Gotta run, Pat, so it doesn't freeze.
But if we do, we're gonna be in trouble.
And his great-great-grandfather is Slewer Skew or something like that. I gotta get that one right. Let me go get that one right. It's going so good. Hi, buddy. Welcome to Ponytails.
Woo! Okay. She had said he needs convincing. I said Doug can convince the horse to load.
Oh, I do need a lead rope, though. They kept it.
Lead rope.
She was bawling.
She was crying.
I hate that.
I'm sorry.
Ooh, careful, buddy. Hi.
We'll take him into 6 though.
In the 6?
Take a left up here and go to the end. So this here is Garnet. He is a 7-year-old appendix. Owner surrender. This was his 7th owner in 7 years.
They said it eats all sorts of food, and so I got bags and bags and bags of stuff.
Yeah, she sent lots of things with.
Yeah.
All right, let's get that unloaded. I'm gonna go feeding.
Yeah. I'm not helping because it won't push, so.
Well, I was just saying, this isn't the style shoe I'd normally put on a thoroughbred, just with the angles and how low the heels are set. I mean, either use we'll use something with a, we'll use my point right there, and Doc can probably contest to this, but just how this is not in a line, we've got it concaved in, so you're gonna need to start him out till we get some heel on him, put a wedge in there to get him. Get him more set forward.
Yeah.
And that's a common thing with thoroughbreds. What do you think, Doc? Think this horse would benefit from either probably like start with a 2-degree wedge, just kind of how that's concaved in? I mean, that's a common thing with thoroughbreds, but it's just so we're on the same page. And the thing, I don't like that kind of style shoe when they're that low, how they can rock so far forward and stretch that. Start somewhere. Do you think that'd benefit from a wedge? Okay. So just kind of how the heel is offset. I mean, it's not even really shaped to, not bashing any other farrier. And it could be the angle of how the x-ray was taken, but it just seems a little off-centered. But speaking from a farrier, you can't always set a shoe nice if the horse doesn't stand. So, but it's something that You can bring that in a few degrees would help a lot.
Nate and Cindy are on their way to get some hay. The amount we had didn't last as long as it usually does, and it's gonna get even colder this weekend, so we're probably gonna need even more. So it's gonna get pretty cold this weekend. Do we think this one load is gonna last us?
No way.
Heck no. I would say they should still get 2 more tomorrow.
At least. It's starting to get pretty bare up there. We're definitely gonna be buying some hay. So today I had to go get a new heater. The heater in our med room started making some funny noises and we didn't want the house or the barn to burn down.
Or the house.
Or the house. Ooh, yeah, and it's chilly in here. But we need this in here because this is where we keep our dewormers, a lot of our, you know, our sprays and gels, and we can't have this stuff freezing. So yeah, this thing just couldn't cut it another year. I don't need it super hot in here. And I don't have my glasses on to see what I'm doing, so we're just gonna... It's just fan, I think. Low heat should be good. It's just gotta be warm enough to keep it above freezing in here.
Oh, I felt it. Oh, did you see?
Yep.
Does it, when you move it, does it turn off?
If you lift it up, yep,
Oh,
it
nice.
stops.
I feel it though. It's
And
coming
this
out.
one, apparently, Cheryl walked in, it was tipped over, and now it's making a funny noise, so
Leave it be.
we'll just scrap that one. So hopefully it warms up in here soon, and this is another wonderful thing for our electric bill. These are nice scissors. Why are we keeping these?
So we used plastic gloves, but it was all hard in there. I mean, you know, crunchy, not juicy like it was before. I mean, it still might be soft. What?
I'm just looking.
All right, big girl.
So I've been putting on Thrush Buster first, squirting it on, but then I'd put the
One coat.
wound coat, yeah.
Are
Powder.
you thinking of Wonder Dust?
Wonder Dust, yeah, Wonder Dust I put on there. And Jim did dig in there last week too, and he thought it was still pretty hard. And I don't want to hear anything different than that. What is that dark hole in the front here?
This?
No, right here. It's not like an abscess or anything, right? Okay. Wait, why are you doing that? I have to know this.
Because it's shedding. So that means it's healthy. I'm gonna go get my other knife.
But her feet don't need to be trimmed?
No, I'm just gonna... This is starting to slough, so I'm just gonna help it so the new stuff comes through a little faster.
It's all hard and stuff still.
Yep.
Ugh, talk about anxiety right now.
I know, because just a year ago it was like,
Try that heel down, because she's got... On the right side, you've got like an 1.5 inch difference. But that's alright, because it's not that much. The dead stuff towards the bottom we can. Otherwise she'll
you're
bleed.
gonna wait until next time then on that too?
Because I'm gonna let that, what she's got left for soul, slough out.
So excited.
So this is Garnett.
Okay. He's the one with all the, oh, thank you. He's the one with all the history.
Stirring up here.
Bad saddle.
He's supposed to have kissing spine.
Yeah, he was looking at the extras.
Oh yeah, that's what you
That was more up there, though, wasn't it? Wasn't it up at the base of his neck that we saw? Don't like that, do you? He doesn't like it. Look at that. Not a coincidence, is it? That you got a big saddle sore there? Now you're not doing it. Can you turn your head to the side? Does that bother you at all? Boy, you do that really well. You think I'm going to give you a treat. I don't think they were talking about more like he had back problems, though. I thought they even injected a sacroiliac joint. I think I read it in there someplace along the line. No, we just looked through it. We just looked through it, and I'm pretty sure that they said there's some place that he got his second joint injected. Let's do it this way too. Oh, you do that great. You don't seem to have any neck problems anyway. Doesn't seem to hurt though. Does it, feel? Yeah, he doesn't like that. I wonder if he still doesn't have some belly pain there. If I was going to do it, I would do it with Equox and Ulcer Guard. Do it for like 2 weeks.
And we got the GI suit coming too, so
Yeah, that would work too.
works on hang good until good.
Is what, Jim?
It was lameness issues, I think, is what she was always working on for some kind of lameness issue. He's not showing back pain today. They just don't have good angles, you know. Almost looks like the toe should be shortened up and try. Oh, look at look at this angle right here along that heel. That would really be nice if that could. It's almost rolling under even. Sometimes they're sore just because they need their feet angles readjusted. It'd be interesting to see what Polly says about those.
A little bit. Do you guys do fecal egg counts?
We send them out usually, yeah.
How long does it take to get it done?
Usually about 24, 48 hours. They're usually pretty quick because it's IDEX down here, Claire that does them. Yeah.
Because right now what we do when a horse comes in when we don't know their deworming history, we give them Panicure first, wait a week, give them Provios, a week later ivermectin.
Yeah.
But I was wondering, like some of the horses might not even need to be dewormed, and plus like building up resistance.
Right.
Like, do you think it'd be more cost effective maybe do the fecal count instead of just hitting them with dewormer right away?
Yeah, because eventually you're probably going to get resistance to Panicure. It's febendazole. And they develop resistance fairly quick. So far, very, very little ivermectin resistance, but they're starting to see it, and that's why they want to do the fecal egg counts instead of, these people used to worm every 2 months. Right. That's ridiculous. It's too expensive for one thing, and it was just developing resistance. So now they're doing it. And some of these horses that are zero or very, very low egg counts, they're only doing them once a year. And that's mainly to get bots. So that'll be after the frost. And otherwise, you don't have to worm those horses. They don't have them. There's just natural resistance. It's just plain some horses have antibodies, other horses don't. And that's why you'll see such a wide range. You'll see 30 horses and you might see 25 of them low counts or zero. Then you'll see these 5. They'll be super high or moderate range. And those are the ones that you're going to worm 3 or 4 times a year. You're going to keep switching wormers, rotate through. But those horses realistically probably never will. They'll probably never be good. The ideal thing is worm them or run a fecal egg count about 3 months after they were last wormed.
Yeah, which we wouldn't know their history on, but not necessarily, especially like the auction horses. But if we just grab a turd and
See what's in there.
instead of just hitting everyone with the same stuff all the time that they may or may not even need.
Right. And you might even end up promoting resistance. Who knows? It's just the issue with most of the wormers. So far, like I said, the ivermectin's been good. The gold is actually better if they've got adult worms. So like adult tapeworms, adult roundworms, you want something like the gold price that's got praziquantel besides ivermectin, so that'll kill all the life stages. Whereas the ivermectin alone a lot of times won't kill adult tapeworms or roundworms, just the immature ones, not the smaller ones. It's all related to the nervous system. The nervous system's bigger on the adult worms. It's just tougher for the ivermectin to kill it. But ivermectin attacks 2 spots, and that's why it's been so. It's why it has little problems with resistance. Most wormers only attack 1 spot. And so worms figure it out. They live for centuries, and they're going to live for more centuries. So far, they haven't figured out ivermectin, but they're starting to. And that's why they're getting concerned. They say, don't do this continuous worming. And these horses that are low egg counts, why? All you're going to do is promote resistance.
But just like you said in the fall, like after the first frost, just kind of like kill any little ones that were left.
Yep, and anything that, the bots, and you just don't want them coming back around. And The other thing is you just don't want to feed the worms all winter. You're buying usually stored feeds in the wintertime, so you don't want to feed the worms.
I think we'll just go with fecal egg counts from now on instead of.
And if they're still here 3 months later, do another one.
Do another
And
fecal
see
egg
that?
count and just see. That'll tell you, did the wormer work? If you're looking for resistance, then what you do is 3 weeks after you worm them, you look at a fecal count.
Okay.
And we've done that with all the high shedders. They're shedding off a lot. You do them 3 months later, and they're shedding off a lot. Deworm them again. Then 3 weeks later, check and see to find out if your wormer's working. If there's still high egg count, then it means your wormer isn't working. So far, we haven't ran into that with ivermectin yet. I hope we don't. But if we do, we're gonna be in trouble.
So Pat and Maureen are heading out to fill up the water tanks. It is very cold out today, so hopefully they're both able to do it quick enough to where it won't freeze before they're able to get it out to the tank.
You gotta run, Pat, so it doesn't freeze.
Please don't fall.
Trot.
Yeah, trot.
Hey, Cheryl, maybe you could drag a little bit of the hose that way. Okay, boss. Okay, 1 second. Okay. Pat, is it on? I'll check in a minute. I don't feel it yet. You hear it?
I hear it coming through.
Okay. A successful mission.
Cindy, you're not going to want to hear this, but we're going to need shavings again this week. I know we just got them on Monday, but we have a full house, so they won't last over the weekend.
The temperature is seriously about to tank, so Nate is going to be on his way over soon to take some round bales out for the horses. We got to make sure that they have more than enough food to keep them warm. So there's quite a few round bales that need to go out.
Don't call me big boy.
You guys have no problem starting early, huh? Pasture number 2. They're ready.
See how the growth is, because I don't want to take too much off of everything just because of her issues, but for surely that one we're going to take down. Yeah, okay. Just because it's got so much difference in heel, and I don't want to make her sore in the heel. It's just a lot of growth. I like it. So, I mean, even since we've got more depth growth in the last 2 months than she had for sole in the beginning. Well, the foot is definitely healthier than the first time I seen it. Extremely hard. Here, horse, I'm going to trust you. Only because you're a draft. Take a break. It's because she's about this much shorter on the inside heel. She's so dramatic. I love it. Well, depending on what them other ones look like, I'm trying to get this one to match the other ones. So this might be the only one that needs it. Yeah, it's healthy. Oh, yeah, that is healthy. My shoulder just popped. Ouch. This is probably why I got a strong grip. She always gets mad at me when I hold her hand. And it's not like I'm trying to do it. We went and she got a pedicure and a manicure. And I went with for the first time and got my feet, whatever, cleaned. Okay, I liked it. Yes, so I liked it, but she was like, I was squeezing her hand so hard because I hate my feet touched that her hand went white. And this, I know, this lady, and so I did the thing where they put the hot stones on your feet. And she comes out and she's like juggling like this. And I'm like, she goes, it's okay. They're not that hot. I just mess it with you. I'm like, that is not funny. Well, and then the lady looked at me and she's like, you got rough feet. I'm like, this is the first time I've been here in 30 years. What do you expect? Yeah, she holds up this purple bottle nail polish, and you want color too? And I'm like, what? And she's like, ha ha ha. Like, no, I don't want no color. Well, I mean, it's just a lot of this is dead soul though too. This is probably what you're smelling. There's some heel, but I want to do it in chapters because if we do it too much at once, it's going to offset everything, and that could lame her up. It'll be kind of like do what we did with Daphne. Remember how her heels were so? See the lines here, how they're pushed forward and kind of ran. We're gonna want to in chapters shave that much off. More at a line like that from here to there will be gone, so that all matches. So within 3-ish to 4-ish sessions, have her back to where she needs to be. But everything grew so fast because it was so soft. Well, she might. Oh, yeah. I think we'll trim her, but let's trim her next week because I want to sharpen my nippers. That's a lot of wall to.
So Nate needs some help with the manure spreader here. So we're gonna. Cindy's gotta climb in here with him. What do you need help with?
This is bent. It takes 2 people to step on it and straighten it out.
Oh.
No, this ain't how I do it. I think I used the wheel.
Probably use a ladder. That's good.
Good?
Good as old.
Good as old. So I had to drag the dogs out of bed a little earlier than usual this morning. They're not really happy with me, but they'll be fine. But we have the chiropractor on her way out. It's snowing again. She's gonna take a look at Daphne, who's been walking funny for so long, but's doing so much better now. So we want to see how everything else is with her. Captain, same reason, honestly. And then a couple others. So I see Pat and Maureen are already here, starting chores. So let's get this chilly day started.
Because I'm not used to walking on these tootsies. Well, and not surprisingly, we don't have a whole lot of muscle development with the striding and pulling muscles because she hasn't been striding out, I'm guessing, for a while.
No.
Wow. She is really... I bet your back is going to be jacked up, princess. Yeah. You want to smell? You are pretty cute. It doesn't eat horses.
And she's not gonna get on you.
Nope.
You're okay, baby. You're okay. You're okay.
If I were taller, I wouldn't need a bail with you, but you got me, honey. Oh, my Lord. Already her pelvis is not moving. Surprisingly, she's also quite stiff in her withers. Ooh. Oof. 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 She says everywhere hurts. Just wait till we're done, kid. You're gonna be a whole new horse.
Goodness.
Oy, 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 oy. Holy crap, a noli Batman. Oh, but look, we got some movement back. I don't know what this freedom of movement thing is, but kind of maybe like it. Oh, girl. Well, we got rid of that reactivity. It's all right. She's like, ooh, maybe I like that lady. Ooh, yep, let me fix them. She said, ooh, yeah, gosh, that's so good. I like the way she's standing better now, too. Yeah, all right. Now, this will also not eat you on this side, okay? Promise. Girl. Oh. Yeah. So, I'm going to let you digest that one for just a minute. That was big. Oh, look at that. Ooh, the wiggles. Oh, Lord, girl. Now we're getting it out, baby cakes. Oof. Yeah, I know. She says, oh, thank you so much. Yeah. Ho, 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 ho. Well, you're going to feel better. Don't give me that look. How could you? I know. Yeah, we're going to do this side. Yeah, last side was better down low. We'll see if it's all right up here. You are going to be a brand new horse. That was a lot. It's just like, I don't want to look at you right now.
So we have had the corner trim sitting here for quite some time. And even though it is only 15 degrees, these guys came out to put that corner trim up in the barn for us. They're the same people who built the barn. We're super excited because this is going to help cut down on all the drafts that come through the barn on super windy days. I think the sun is trying to join us on this cold day. The sun is out. The sun is out and it's shining. You're going to get shavings?
I was gonna hit that car.
Okay. So they got the trim alongside of the barn. This is very, very exciting. We have been waiting for this for quite some time. It is about to get super, super cold. And this is definitely gonna help cut down on the drafts that come through the barn. Not horses, from the wind. Thank you for putting the trim up.
If you're mining for fossils.
It's about how hard it is, too.
Do you need a light?
It kind of looks like a cat toy.
They're called dead kittens. Those fluffy
Dead kittens.
called dead kittens.
Oh my god.
Did you sharpen your
Yeah. Well, from my experience and knowledge about cankers, judging with how that foot looks now after almost 11 months, any other normal horse wouldn't be standing here. But I mean, we took that down a little bit last week even, and still took that much more off. We took about this much off last week too, roughly an inch. All together too, because she's not going to be so,
uneven.
All the suspensory and stuff,
When the chiro looked at her, she'd mentioned she had some muscle atrophy here
Yeah.
just from resting this leg for so
Yep,
long.
for compensating.
But
Yeah.
once it dries out, get you muscled up again. Curly cute.
It's crazy how she's come this far. I mean, most horses wouldn't, but also most people wouldn't invest, that much time and effort. She's probably gonna be 50 pounds lighter too. Footfall's thicker than my nippers.
Big girl.
You're too big to do that. Look at the difference.
I mean, my God.
Oh, don't do that. Come on now. Come on. Oh my God. You're almost done. No, 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 no. Oh. Perfect. Wow.
They almost match. Big girl. Good job.
All right. I'm not going to say nothing till we're done. For peace of mind. So being it's in like a stressed state from everything that it's went through, it's kind of grown in a sense as a foundered foot, how the heel's kind of buckled, but you keep inching that back, within like 6 months, 3-4 more trims, it'll be looking like this one.
That'd be about the time she got the plate off, so.
Yeah. And that's about,
A year to a completely healthy hip.
I'd like to see shoes on her, mid-ish, endish of March and outside. Just in time to get thrush for mud season.
What will the shoes do?
Huh?
Like, why should she have shoes?
Just protect everything.
But you said a pad too or something?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, don't break my foot. Man, that's a lot of weight.
1,000 pounds.
Yeah, it's hard just like the other three. It's, in a sense, like the whole frog is even calloused. It's that hard. So when we trimmed all that excess away, it's back down to the base layer. And it's, in a decade of doing this, I guess I haven't seen one recover that quick, that fast, and turn around that good. So that's a first for me.
And be the heart stealer.
Are you putting my head back up?
No.
I have to come back for that later.
It's just a head you could hold all day.
It is.
It has a flat tire.
Oh, my Lord.
What?
Oof.
What?
He's ouchy. Good boy. There you go. Oh, Lord. Yep. Oh, my good gravy. You feel a lot like Daphne. Oh, my gosh, sir.
Stuff for you today.
Whew.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I was like, what happened? That was a big one.
I didn't even know what that was. I thought it was you on the thing, the stand.
Oh, you won't actually hear the cracks. Like that's very uncommon to get that audible, but he just off of my hand.
Yeah, you just kind of got to like watch his body and his face.
I was looking at your pretty face.
Ooh.
Everything's just all
There, that's a good release. Yeah, so what we're looking at is each individual vertebrae and then the vertebrae as a unit should all have, yeah, I know that hurts, should all move. So when, yeah, I understand. When they're not moving correctly, especially in this case, they hurt. So they're all locked up. And that's why he's pissy when I'm just, yeah, huh?
Don't do that.
Even when I'm just motioning them to say, okay, do we have a little wiggle? It hurts because they're so locked up. All of those are releases. Don't get pissy at me, jeez. This is gonna help a great deal. Movement is gonna help a great deal. And it's so nice outside.
We don't want to take them outside and have them slip.
Well, no, because that's not gonna do him any good. I think we're gonna do he's gonna be a great one for cookie stretches, just to try to keep him more supple. And even doing simple weight shifting exercises, because that forces the spine to keep on moving. So even these guys that are injured on stall rest, even doing this can help. All I'm doing is I want him to sway. And you can do that on the hind. You can do that on the front. All of those are going to help with keeping everything settled. He's all sorts of messed up. Oh, wow. You are all sorts of jackety jacks, sir. He's holding himself more relaxed, but I found that when they're really tight low lumbars in the intertransverse on the side, I'll point to it. Easy. So intertransverse is right in here. They have trouble planting and turning because they use these lower lumbars and they use that intertransverse need to be moving to be able to do that rotational movement. So when they're caught there, they can't pivot because it hurts. He's just locked up, which, yeah. Ooh, he says ouch. Interesting that he has more of an issue when I'm trying to rock his pelvis around. Okay, now we're friends. Friends don't bite friends, okay?
Or are you turning them?
Just a little bit. You do not need to be the cranky pants.
Captain.
It's better. Good job. There, good boy, good release.
That felt good.
Stop being such a crankpot. We'll see if we can fix the bad attitude. Atlas adjustments are often attitude adjustments. So I'm gonna get on this side. Yep. Yep. There, good boy.
Good boy.
Easy, good.
It's okay, honey.
I don't think we got that one. That was a goofy angle. Yeah, he says we did. There, good boy. Well, your eye looks a lot kinder right now, too. Like, damn, okay, now I need a nap.
Oh my God, he's doing that high-pitched whinny that he used to always do in the morning. I guess I forgot, didn't notice that he wasn't doing it, but he's done it numerous times already. He's feeling better, I'm so happy.
So today we have Betty Scott coming out. She's a professional photographer and she has donated a free photography session for all of us.
This is gonna be
Oh my goodness.
beautiful. I just don't know like what you're thinking for background because it's like, not really like a photographic barn. It's kind of a working barn.
Well, so we just cleaned out this cross tie. And we are going to take photos. Envy girl, are you ready for your photo shoot? Couldn't care less, just wants her food. You excited for your photo shoot?
Very. Beautiful for the camera this way.
You always look beautiful, Kylie. Getting lights set up so we can start taking some photos of us and the pretty horses. Who are we starting with?
First we're gonna do a cute picture of Envy and Cindy together.
How do you feel about that, Cindy?
Let's see how cute it is. She's got a little room, about a foot.
Ready for your close-up, Ben? Everybody's trying to get Envy's attention right now. While we take photos inside, Jody and Carla are braving the cold and they are doing stalls for us. So Cindy and Envy just got done taking their pictures, and next up is gonna be Captain Morgan and Cheryl. Are you excited, Cheryl?
Yeah, I am. He's such a good boy. Just keep holding.
Good boy, Captain. Good boy. So now it is time for Daphne and Tess's photo shoot. Come on, Dappers. She's like, I'm not going out in that snow.
We're not going out. Daphne.
Good boy. Good?
Oh.
It's Bullseye's turn.
Stop sniffing.
So Karen and the photographer are going into Rocky's pasture. Everyone's gonna start running.
Well, he was definitely long, way overdue. I think just the trim itself looks a little better, how his angles are. Definitely needs some heel on him, but it's common with thoroughbreds, so it's nothing new. Now he's standing how he should be. And being he sat so low on his heels so long, I left the heel of the shoe, I tapered it in how you're supposed to, but I left it set back a little bit. That way if he does decide to rock, he can't hyperextend this DDFT tendon and has to be on his heel, but it's still forward enough in the bulb he can't clip it. Just by taking more toe and leaving his heel, you can see how much more of an angle he's got compared to how that one's so underrun and he's set back on his bulbs. He's still really low, but taking more toe and leaving as much heel as we can, get him built up a little more over time. So took all the toe back that we could, left as much heel so we had something to work off of and balance it. That way we can get him upright a little more, and over time leave the heel and keep taking the toe back to get his back foot matching his front one.
So we just looked up his papers, guys, and Garnett's, and his great-grandfather is Slew Gold, and his great-great-grandfather is Slewer Skew, something like that. I gotta get that one right. Let me go get that one right. Going to get that one right. His great-great-grandfather is... His great-great-grandfather is Seattle Slew.
Buddy, dry or wet, it's all the same to Seattle Slew. And they're off. Seattle Slew has 4 lengths on Run Dusty Run. Seattle Slew wins the Belmont Stakes by 4 lengths. and becomes the 10th horse in thoroughbred history to capture the Triple Crown and is the first horse ever to carry an undefeated record through the Triple Crown.
So Skipper W on his sire's side would be Dad, Grandpa, Great-Grandpa, Great-Great-Grandpa, Great-Great-Great-Grandpa? Is that a thing? Skipper W on his sire's side.
Skipper W was an American quarter horse and a famous breeding stallion. Despite not being shown in many horse shows, he went on to become the senior stallion of his breeder's reproductive program. Although he only sired 132 offspring, the products of his breeder's program are still known as Skipper W horses.
One of the most universally recognized American quarter horses is Skipper W. He was never put into mass production as a sire. Despite this, he's a household name within the quarter horse world. So much so that even though his name might only appear once, 6 or 8 generations back in a horse's pedigree, the owner of that horse proudly proclaims it to be Skipper W bred.
So he's a Skipper W and a Seattle Slow. How fun. Garnett is a very sweet horse, and he's obviously very special with the bloodlines that he has. His owner was his 7th owner in his 7 young years. She tried everything. She sent us a literal book of everything she tried to do to help him. Ultimately, we do not know if the angles of his feet will be what will help him in the end. Only time will tell. We are just very thankful that she brought him here instead of letting him end up in the slaughter pipeline, where so many other amazing horses just like him have been lost forever.
Get down, Stanford.
A little over an hour ago. They're frozen.
We gotta make sure he doesn't get close to 40 up there.